The meat eater type girls. Grass eater type girls. The sweet type girls. Marshmallow type girls. Doflamingo girls. The creamy type girls. Math and science girls. All the humanities girls. Little devil, little imp girls. Cat K, Puma K, and Cougar K. Hey guys and gals on Ask Japanese, it's Cathy Cat. This time we're going to talk about 10 types of Japanese girls that you might encounter when you come to Japan. So let's find out who they are and let's go! First of all, don't forget to take all these 10 types with a pinch of salt. And also, all these types are different from the Yamato Nadeshiko ideal that is out here in Japan. The Yamato Nadeshiko is generally having very, very black long hair, and she's very obedient and very nice, and the ideal kind of image that you see when you see like the typical obedient Japanese housewife. So, number 1, Niko Josh, which means Niku, meat, shoku, eater. Okay, type girls. The meat eater type girls. Now what does this mean? The meat eater type girls are the right opposite of the Yamato Nadeshiko. They maybe dyed their hair, they wear clothing that shows a little bit more skin. They're outgoing, they're active, and they actually don't mind approaching boys instead of just waiting to be approached. Those ones are the ones who kind of are fun, very outgoing, and they're sometimes, I think the biggest image that many people seem to be having is that the ghetto girls, for example, of Japan, are those types of girls. They're also known to be very social. They're the ones who go out partying, who go to the beach, the ones who hang out with a lot of people, socialize a lot with the people, but are actually surprisingly pure-hearted. Apparently. Now, also another thing is though, because they are the right opposite of the Yamato Nadeshiko, some men tend to look a little bit at them with a different eyesight. They're a bit scared of them, a little bit intimidated by them, and they sometimes have the image of being easy, even though they're actually pure-hearted. So, you know, don't underestimate the Niko Josh. 3-2-1-0. Number 2, Soushoku Josh. Grass eater type girls. Now these grass eater type girls are different from the grass eater boys that we talked about before in our videos. They are, however, very passive. Now with the boys it's sometimes been, they can be passive to the point of not being interested really in the opposite sex. While girls, on the other hand, they might be interested, but they won't make an approach. So those type of girls are very passive. They dress very passive and conservatively as well. Generally cover all the areas where like simple colors like white, beige, khaki, and similar things like that. They're also seen as shy and they wear rather long skirts. So they kind of cover up, and it's kind of the basic university student kind of look, like you can see here. Nothing too outrageous, nothing too outstanding, and they might color their hair maybe a lighter brown, but they will not color them crazy colors and such. Number 3, Sweets K Joshi. The sweet type girls. Now what does this sweet actually stand for? The sweet type girls are the trendy girls who go with the stuff that's, for example, popular on Instagram and such, meaning going to cute cafes, taking pictures of cute decorated sweet items, and all that sweetness, all that pastels, all of that is kind of getting more and more into their life, which means they try to dress with what is trendy, what they find on Instagram. Sometimes it might not, much because they just bought that one item that they found, but they generally want to go with the trends and anything that's out there. These type of girls are the ones who would definitely go to every new tapioca milk tea store that they could find, or any kind of cool, cute looking cafe that would give them Instagrammable snaps. Those kind of girls are definitely the trendsetters or the trend followers, but they kind of live a little bit in the dream world because some of them try to only eat that kind of stuff, and it's sometimes hard to get hold of that, especially if you're not living in the center of Tokyo and similar, but they definitely have that ideal worldview of the pastels, of the Instagrammableness, and that kind of sweet worldview. Now, they often say in Japan that young Japanese girls know every trend first, and they are definitely the type of those girls who know every trend first. But it also leads to them to be a little bit addicted to the internet because, they have to stay in touch, have to find out the newest trends, and because they do that, they can overuse their internet and max out their allowance per month. NEXT! Number 4, in Japan, they're called the Marshmallow type girls, Marshmallow Joshi. Now, what does this actually mean? It refers to the girls who are a little bit on the chubby side, which is probably in a Western worldview not chubby at all, just saying that. But they seem to be the little bit more rounded, a little bit more chubby, and they don't really mind that. They're kind of the warm-hearted, friendly type. They don't really care that much about, looking perfectly, doing every other diet. They're pretty relaxed and fun to hang out with. Very warm-hearted, great people to give advice. They're also very positive, and in their circle of friends, they're the ones who are the funniest ones, who do the best jokes, and who don't mind being a little bit of a yudokyara, almost like a mascot of the group, coming up with all the cool and fun puns. However, the problem is that many boys will not take them serious because they're still striving after the Yamato Nageshigo ideal and might really not see them as friends, like more than friends, but just as friends. So those girls sometimes have struggles a little bit until they find the right partner. Oof. Who takes them as they are and values them and treasures them the way they are. Like they should. However, Marshmallow girls have a unique trait, and that is that guys and girls will openly be able or feel like they're able to come to them and talk to them about their problems. Girls will be able to feel like they don't have to compare themselves so much with them, so they can open up in a safe environment. And same thing for boys who might be too shy to speak with a certain type of girl. They feel like they can open up with the Marshmallow girls because they're friendly, funny, and just, generally lovely. Number 5 is the Doflamingo Josh. Now, Doflamingo is actually a character from One Piece. Now, quick quiz for you guys. Why are those girls called Doflamingo Josh? You got some time to think about this. Write a comment now. Let's follow up with the answer.
3, 2, 1.
And the answer is girls that wear those kind of pink, fluffy coats that were popular a while ago here in Japan. Now, those kind of pink, fluffy coats look really soft, they look really warm, they look really cuddly, and that's why a couple of girls were actually wearing those. It's the idea that boys will want to go and will want to, touch the material, come closer to them, and it gives them a softer appearance. Was the actual goal. However, people start comparing them to Doflamingo, which is a character from One Piece, and that's when kind of the trend was kind of leaning over because, after looking at that character, people started comparing it thinking, what is going on? So it got less and less popular. But yes, that was a trend at one time. You can't see it right now, especially not in summer. It's way too hot for that one. But yes, those were a couple. Those were the Doflamingo girls. Number 6, the creamy joshi. The creamy type girls. Now, what does that actually mean? They're like the ideal anime onesan type. They're very caring, very sweet. They, spend a lot of time and effort on another person. They're very soft, very gentle, very nice. The kind of ones that, you kind of want to come to if you feel like crying. But they're being a little bit too nice, and especially they do the thing where they care a lot for the boy to the level that they kind of become the mom type, which might then lead to the boy getting so reliant on them being the mom type that the boys then are actually cheating with other girls. And they're so nice that they forgive them and they take them back, and the whole circle continues. So they tend to spoil the boys a little bit too much and end up struggling a little bit because they're too sweet to the other person. So even though they're anime onesan and kind of an ideal, they actually struggle a little bit more than others because they are so sweet. Number 7, the Nikkei Joshi. Nikkei Joshi are the math and science girls of Japan. Now, these girls are actually the one who don't pay so much attention to their looks and hair and similar things like that. They keep it simple. However, what they are doing is focusing a lot of their attention on their studies. Studying science, studying math, Similar things as that. They dress more simple, maybe just a white shirt will do. Keep their hair their natural color. They're very independent, and if you, for example, go to drinks or to a restaurant with them, they are the ones who in the end actually calculate it all up for the team to know how to split the bill with each other. Very independent and kind of cool. Number 8, the Niko Josh. Now those are the girls who study humanities, so language, literature, art, and similar. They're very intuitive, they're very dreamy, but they're also very much in their own little world. Is that the kind of way you meant? I think that's what the director meant. Yes, very much in their own little world. They are trendy and they do what other girls do, sometimes to the extent of doing it a little bit too much. However, these kind of girls also tend to go either with the stream or actually go a bit more into an otaku kind of niche, because they have so many dreams and dreaminess that they kind of want to live in that fantasy world a little bit more, a little bit longer. So they might have high ideals, maybe be a fan of a certain idol or a person that's 2D, so saying an anime character is similar. Sometimes you might see quite a lot of them in trendy cafes sitting together. Some boys are like, they all look the same, but they all have their own different types of dreams that they're trying to live in this day Japan. Because they have so many dreams and are really imaginative, they also are very creative in coming up with cute and fun ideas. Maybe they do a little bit of drawing, maybe they write stories, similar things like that. So, there we go. Yes. Number 9 are the Ko Akuma Kei Joshi. So the little devil, little imp girls. Now those ones are the ones who are very calculating. They wear trendy clothes, but just the type that they know that boys might like them. So they don't wear like revealing clothes because it's trendy. They wear the type that is still kind of okay and they know might get them the boy. They're still very much thinking about going out and catching them boys, but they're very, very calculative about it. So they're very good at praising boys, very good at making conversation with the boys. They tend to be the ones that other girls are kind of looking down upon a little bit, calling them maybe buriko or similar things like that, meaning they're only cute and cute in front of boys, and they might not be that cute when boys are not around. Because they're so calculating, they're also very, very good at social interactions. They know how to talk with boys, and they know how to switch over when they talk with girls to, at least make the other girls hate them a little bit less, because they know that their approaching or their kind of aggressive approach to boys might actually make them less popular with other girls. But they're social survivors. They know what they're doing and they're out to get it, and they're not ashamed of getting it. So those are the little devil type girls. And number 10, we have Cat K, Puma K, and Cougar K. Now, all those 3 feline creatures are getting attributed to a certain type of girl. Those ones are the very freedom-loving girls. They're kind of cat-like in nature, meaning they love their freedom, they're here, then they might be somewhere away. It's sometimes hard to get them interested in you, and if you approach them too much, they run away. But you need to wait for them to actually come back to you. They're also Nikshokuke, which means they are actually interested in the other gender, but they don't approach it in a linear way as some of the other modest or more shy girls would actually do. Now, why do we have 3 different types of cats here? They're set in their teens and 20s. They're the normal cat K, they're kind of freedom-loving, sometimes maybe a little bit selfish, and very much living life the way they want to live it. Now, that's in their 20s, up to their 20s, then from their 30s, they're entering the career stage. From that point, people call them the Puma K girls, which means they are in the career, they're going out to get the career that they want. They might also be interested in kind of high-class businessman, meaning I'm working hard, I also want someone else who's working hard too. So they're looking for someone who kind of can match their status of education and maybe also career-wise. Now, once we reach the 40s and 50s, they turn to be the Cougar K girls, meaning they actually have all of that already. They got the cash, they have the experience, and now they're a little bit on the prowl for the men and boys who might be just slightly younger than them, because they don't need that affirmation of a wealthier man than them in their kind of career life. So that's like only the Cougar K ladies here in Japan. Don't know if that's the same for you in your country. If it's different, let us know in the comments.
準備はいいですか?
So those were 10 types of Japanese girls that you might find here in Japan. There were actually loads and loads more. Those are just 10 that we picked up from Matome Saito, from like, you know, Reader's Digest sites that people here in Japan have. But there's actually more. So there might actually be more on the topic in the future, so don't forget to subscribe. So guys, what type is your friend, your girlfriend, or are you yourself? Give it an honest think about it and let us know in the comments down below. What type am I? Let me know what you think what type Cathy Cat could be. I hope you have a wonderful day, and don't forget to subscribe for more stuff here from Japan coming out to you on this wonderful windy day here in Tokyo. Stay safe no matter where in the world you are, and I'll catch you soon for another video on Ask Japanese. Bye! Yeah.